This guy, Rick Ross, is a boss, right? Boss. He always comes out, right? Yo, boss. Come on, son. If a guy who says boss, is he gonna let you go? Nah, boss. I'm sorry, I just had. Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos, and welcome to another episode of He Rants. I'm your host, Felix Long Trousers. Man, check this out, man. It's your first time watching He Rants. I want to let you know I'm just a random guy who likes to talk about random stuff that interests me, and I just feel like I need to inform you guys about it. And if that sounds sexy or attractive to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as with the post notifications. That way, you'll always be one of the first people to hear the voice. And at the same time, leave a like, because I'm so damn insecure, and those likes definitely let me know I'm doing a stand-up job. Same time, you gotta buy the merch. Mofo, men offering females orgasms, because we're so humble. Link in the description box below. But let's not waste no more time, man. We gotta get to the first story. We gotta talk about this guy, super producer, apparently, right? I don't know why they call him a super producer. Marley Marl, right? Marley Marl, son. That's an interesting name, right? I think his name is Jamal something. I forgot what his last name is, but the first name is Jamal, though, right? This guy, he's a producer that has worked with the likes of like Drake. He's worked with Usher. You feel me? Chris Brown, to name a few, right? To name a few, that is, right? But the reason why I'm talking about this guy, Marley Marl, is because this guy, I think he was also on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood and everything, right? I don't know if people still watching Love and Hip Hop to this day, right? Because I mean, that show is ass. That show is really ass at this point, man. I was liking Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, but no, I digress, right? But the reason why I'm talking about this guy is because apparently this guy is looking to face some federal time. 33 months in prison, man. He has pled guilty for having a sex ring, prostitution ring. I don't know why I held that pause that long. His last name is Rashid. I don't know if you guys cared, if that was like messing you guys up. His last name is Rashid. Yeah, definitely. Jamal Rashid. So he has two first names. So Rashid is definitely, or maybe it's Rashid. I guess that doesn't matter, right? But listen, man, this guy's pled guilty. So he's spending 33 months in prison, right, for a freaking prostitution ring. Yes, you heard me right, man. This guy, even though you're a producer, he still finds ways to get money on the side. It's kind of like Mike Vick, right? Mike Vick was making so much damn money in the NFL, right? One of the highest paid quarterbacks at one point, right? But for some strange reason, he decided to still, fight dogs on the side. Granted, I don't think it was him necessarily fighting the dogs on the side. I think it was family members doing it, but they were doing it on his property, right? Which is strange, though. Well, I guess maybe he was doing that because he was just like, you know what? I make a lot of money, but I don't want to have to keep giving you guys money, so you guys can go ahead and fight dogs on my lot, and that way you guys can make your own money, even if it is illegal. Maybe that's what the thing is. I don't know. I'd probably do the same thing, honestly, as stupid as that sounds, right? But I digress, right? I keep digressing. Golly, it's gonna be called Felix Digress Long Trousers. I think somebody left a comment and said that. But yeah, so the thing that's crazy about it, right? This guy disguised the prostitution ring, and he did it for about 14 years. 14 years, from 2002 to 2014, man. Oh no, wait, that's 12 years. 12 years, man. My math is off. 12 years. 12 years he was getting away with this, disguising the name of the prostitution ring with different businesses' names and everything, right? And to give it to God, this guy was a grade A pimp, right? I don't know if he was one of the pimps that was going out here beating his woman if anytime, they get out of line, right? Or if they don't come back with the right amount of money, right? Because apparently he had, like, the way he separated, he had a few girls that he would, he'd pretty much have them as independent contractors, right? Yeah, like an Uber driver is an independent contractor, right? So they have them. So he had some of the girls as independent contractors, right? And they pretty much pay by giving 50% of their earnings to him, right? Not too bad when you really think about it, right? They go up, give the cheeks up a little bit, right? After they give the cheeks up, if they make $100, they give $50 to Marley Marl. That's the pay for protection. I don't know if it's the pay for protection or anything. We don't know if he's out here beating these joints or, pistol whipping girls or something like that. I don't know. That's nothing to make fun of, right? But then at the same time, most likely they decided to be prostitutes, right? So then at the same time, can I not make jokes? But here's the thing that got interesting, right? If this whole story wasn't already interesting in the first place, right? Was the whole prostitution ring, right? Like I said, they already had a few girls that were called independent contractors. They were making a good living, right? They're splitting the money. This is all happening in Vegas, right? Sin City, the whole Vegas area. But he also had other girls, right? They were called priority girls, right? So they gave them names and everything. That was interesting. But the priority girls, they gave 100% of the profit to Molly Mall, so they kept nothing. So that's when I was like, oh, so Molly Mall is a pimp. Oh, before he was a pimp, but now he a pimp, right? So I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. So is he paying them in dick, or is it now you have to wonder, is it human trafficking at that point, right? Because why would you choose to be a priority girl when you could be the independent contractor girl that's out here giving 50% to Molly Mall, right? Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, right? If I had to be a prostitute, I'd choose the 50% one over the one that has to give all of the funds, every single last penny to Molly Mall, son. What is it? Is it to pay for? What is going on? One last thing, man. I just gotta know. I just really gotta know, man. All honesty, right? As them being independent contractors, can they write some of the stuff off in taxes? And how do they write off taxes, right? Like what are the condoms that are being used and stuff? Can you write the condoms being used or the lubrication? Can you write that off on taxes and stuff? I know this is a serious matter, but this question I'm asking is very, very serious because I want to know how does it work out, right? How is there, first of all, to become the not the priority girls, but the independent contractor ones, is there an application, right? And then how did you advertise the job opening? Did you put it on Indeed, Glassdoor? I'm trying to understand how this whole situation. I'm trying to see how it makes sense. Is it because he's a super producer, he's able to get maybe video vixens, right, that are not making a lot of money off their music videos and stuff, and say, listen, if you want to make real money, kind of like that guy that, you know, after school and stuff, the drug dealer, right? They're like, hey man, you think you making some real money? Come mess with me when you want to make some real big boy money, right? Maybe he said that to the girl, like, yeah, you making your $500-$600 for shooting in this music video, but you know, what if you making $10,000 for busting it wide open? You know what I'm saying? We gotta talk about this guy Dave Chappelle, man. My favorite comedian, man. I freaking look up to this guy. One of the reasons because he's from the area, man. He's from my area, it's under DMV and everything, right? Hey, listen, this guy might be the best comedian out there, son, bar none, man. I can watch anything that he does and I just die laughing, even if he's completely dead ass serious, right? I love his work, son, and the reason why I look up to him even more is off the strength that he hates cancel culture. He hates what the world is becoming nowadays, right? He hates how everybody's so freaking sensitive, everybody's so tight-assed, right? And how everybody needs to grow a pair. If you don't know what I mean by grow a pair, I mean grow a pair of balls, testicles, right? Maybe grow a few hairs on the testicles as well, right? In fact, put the whole male genitalia on yourself, right? Because there's a lot of guys right here with feminine testes. Yes, feminine testes. No, they don't even have testes. They have straight up vaginas, right? Male freaking vaginas with freaking, what do you call it? What's that thing with the thing that girls say that they have to get an orgasm? That orgasm thing that girls talk about they having. That's a freaking myth. No girl can really have an orgasm. What's that thing called? It's a little, the clitoris. That stuff. Yeah, I don't know what we do with the clitoris, right? I mean, what do we all right, that was a joke. Come on, guys. Come on, man. I definitely make girls orgasms, man. Like, come on. But the reason why I'm talking about this guy Dave Chappelle, right? And by the way, I do know what the clitoris is used for, and yes, I'm able to make girls orgasm, not only by the clitoris, but also by innards, by pushing in there. All right, and listen, I don't have to explain myself to you. All right, the girls know. All right, they know. I don't have to explain myself to you. All right, guys out here second guessing your boy, man. I don't care. Y'all think whatever y'all want. It's crazy, but yeah, man. I freaking moving on. The reason why I'm talking about Dave Chappelle, he was on the Jimmy Fallon show, right? And he was pretty much there to promote his new podcast, right? Midnight Miracles with Yasin Bey and Talib Kweli, right? Probably some really good stuff. Really good stuff, right? And while he was on the show, right, Jimmy Fallon, you know Jimmy Fallon, right? Jimmy Fallon's a very, very funny looking guy, right? Very funny. When I look at his face, he makes me laugh, right? He's somewhat funny, but his face is funny to me. I don't know why. Have you seen somebody you just laugh at just looking at their face, right? You're just like, man, I just know this guy's funny, right? I don't know if Jimmy Fallon's funny, but his face, every time he laughs, it just, all right, man, I'm just going all around, man. He rants for a real. It makes sense why this is called He Rants, right? But yeah, so he pretty much asked this guy, like, listen, man, you never you never post on Twitter, right? You never write anything on Twitter. What's the reason? He said, man, I'm not out here to put my thoughts on a bathroom wall, right? Pretty much implying that Twitter is a bathroom wall. Listen, you guys already know how I feel about Twitter, right? Twitter is freaking terrible, man. It's giving a lot of people voices that don't need voices, right? It's giving a lot of people ability to speak their mind, speak their thoughts for everybody can see. I don't want to hear what you're talking about. I don't want to read it. There's a reason why you were quiet. There's a reason why you weren't pushed in the forefront, right? There's a reason why. It's because you're crazy. All right, no one wants to see you crazy. Nobody wants to see you crazy. No one sees your ugliness. Nobody wants to see all that extra stuff that you want to say out to spew into the world. Because Twitter has destroyed America, regardless on what you feel. And TikTok is slowly doing that too. Even though I like TikTok, I love TikTok. TikTok is very entertaining. It will. Sometimes I get on TikTok. I'll stay on that joint for an hour, 2 hours. I'm just seeing a whole bunch of stuff and booty. Booty always finds its way in apps. Have you noticed that? It's crazy. Every time, every app, booty will find a way. TikTok was a freaking kids app. It's freaking kids app. Before you know it, they started twerking, busted challenges and stuff like that, silhouette challenge. You know, I'm all here for it. I want to see all of that. I want to see the tuckuses and stuff, everybody gyrating and stuff. I want to see it. But it's just like, damn, I don't know. It's like you try to be good with God. You try to find, try to stay away from booties. But booty does keep finding you. My goodness. Later on in the interview, he even said like why he told his fans to boycott freaking the Chappelle show, right? One of the best shows ever created. I don't care what anybody say, right? But the reason why he wanted to boycott, even though he didn't really explain it on the Jimmy Fallon show, but most of the reason why he wanted it to be boycott, right? Because it seemed like they were taking away his creation, right? It wasn't becoming his anymore. Comedy Central was trying to make it their own, and they were trying to make him do things that he did not want to do. In fact, but a lot of people don't notice, a lot of the skits from Key and Peele was actually supposed to be for the Chappelle show. A lot of people don't know that. See, by you listening to He Rants, you find different things out, right? You would have never heard this from anybody else, or maybe you would have, right? But if you did hear from anybody else, that person who you heard it from can suck a dick, right? Because I wish that you would heard it from me first, so that way you'd be like, oh my God, He Rants really informed me today. I want that to be there. It's an ego thing. Maybe I'm a slight narcissist. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, right? But you should tell that guy or her or the female, whoever told you about it, right, to suck a dick. How dare they reveal that to you? Yeah, but Key and Peele, man, they're definitely somewhat phonies. They're not phonies, but they're somewhat phonies. Comedy Central took some of the stuff, gave it to them, right, to keep it running and stuff. Even when you look at Key and Peele, the whole situation, the whole way they set the whole thing up, right, with a little stand up in the beginning and everything, it's kind of like the Chappelle show when you really think about it, right? It's kind of crazy, sketch comedy and everything like that. Hey, it is what it is, right? But there's no one else that's gonna be like Chappelle, right? Well, then, I don't know, because Key and Peele, they kind of were like, I mean, the show was funny. I mean, I can't lie, the Key and Peele show was hilarious. I mean, it's hilarious, but I still rather have Chappelle show, right? Just the originator, the real deal. You know what I'm saying? The real deal, Holyfield. Is that how the people say it, right? But he said like, he had them boycotting everything, right? And he said that John worked, right? And hey, I mean, I feel like what really worked more was probably the fact that he wasn't here to shoot any more Chappelle show episodes and stuff, right? Even the last season, the last episodes only had like 4 episodes and stuff, like, so I mean, hey, we gotta talk about this guy Meek Mill, right? You guys know Meek Mill, that's signed to Maybach Music Group and everything. And yes, for those of you guys who are still wondering, no, he did not follow me anymore. He still unfollowed me and everything, right? Which is freaking sad. I thought he would stop being sensitive, knowing off the jokes that I put out. There's no hard feelings, man. Meek Mill, if you're watching this video, man, there's no hard feelings. Follow your boy back. If you don't follow me back, that means you're a hoe. You're definitely a hoe, son. Can you believe this guy? I make what 3-4 videos clowning the hell out of him, and then he decides to unfollow me on Instagram. That is crazy. 3-4 videos, bro. You can't take a few insults, bro. That's it. You can't take a few insults, man. You gonna unfollow me, bro? Freaking sad, man. I don't know what's going on, right? But the reason why I'm talking about this guy Meek Mill, right? The soft guy, right? The soft guy Meek Mill, son. You on. It's all jokes at the end of the day, man. It's no big deal. But the reason why I'm talking about this guy Meek Mill, right, is because, man, he just had his birthday in Miami, right? He was turning 34 years old. He's 34 now. I mean, the birthday already passed and everything, right? And Everybody knew about the whole situation that happened with him and 6ix9ine, right? You guys know 6ix9ine has been trying to troll this guy. Well, not been trying, been actually trolling this guy for quite some time now, right? There's been a thorn on the guy Meek Mill's side, right? Pretty much going, even the whole situation that happened in the garage right here, saying that, oh, he got all these people around him and all that stuff, right? You know, 6ix9ine going out of his way, of course, to cause more drama, cause more beef, cause more hatred to his name, right? Just finding any excuse to get clapped somehow. He will get clapped eventually. It'll take some time though. I don't know. He has a lot of security. But like I told you, somebody's just gonna be like, hey, I'm after this guy and start spraying and everything, right? So Meek Mill, just knowing the fact that this guy, 6ix9ine, is still in freaking Miami. Oh, well, I'm not sure if he's Miami, but he's definitely in Florida, right? And Meek Mill wanted to have his 34th birthday in Florida. He knew off the strength that this guy 6ix9ine is gonna look for clout and it's gonna come and troll and everything. He was just like, listen, we are putting extra security right here to make sure that 6ix9ine does not come anywhere near this freaking club, right? Nowhere near the club at all, and rightfully so. That makes sense, rightfully so, right? Because let's be honest, if you guys did not believe that this guy 6ix9ine was probably out here, he probably had a whole map and everything, exactly how he's going to enter the club, how he's going to meet Meek Mills, and how he's going to destroy the whole 34th birthday, right? Probably was going to wait to find his section and probably throw a drink, some Moscato, maybe some rosé or something like that into the crowd just to start a commotion. 6ix9ine is probably willing to get kicked out of the club just to make Meek Mill mad and destroy his birthday. That's how sadistic this guy 6ix9ine is, right? When you dye your hair rainbow, nothing else makes sense anymore, right? Think about it. You had the audacity. You had the time to bleach your hair, right? Because you have to bleach your hair first. So you bleached your hair, and then right after you bleached your hair, yeah, now you're a blonde Hispanic, right? Now you had time to think like, maybe I should stop here. Maybe I can start over. Maybe not do this, right? But no, you still went ahead and put red, blue, green, yellow, different colors all through your head. And then you commenced and started being a rapper and stuff, right? Hey, listen, man, a guy like that, it's gonna be hard to kill. But the real reason I'm talking about Meek Mill, right, is because apparently, first of all, the security did a good job. 6ix9ine didn't even come. I guess he realized there was no point, right? There's no way he was gonna get through the squad, right? But the thing that was really crazy was DJ Academic spoke about the whole event right afterwards, right? And you would think that he was gonna talk about 6ix9ine, but it had nothing to do with 6ix9ine at all. It actually had stuff to do with a specific individual, because he was speaking very like sneaky, if I say so, right? Like pretty much not saying exactly who he was talking about. He was saying there was a certain rapper, right? He was saying there was a certain rapper that was signed to another rapper that pulled up to another rapper's event. Listen, as stupid as it sounds the way I'm saying it right now, that's how stupid it sounded when DJ Academics was saying it. It made no sense at all, son. He pretty much, okay, long story short, he pretty much was using sign language and all that stuff. I mean, not sign language. He was pretty much using hidden phrases. Hidden phrases, that's not the right term. You know what it was. He was speaking in code, all right? He was speaking in code to pretty much say that, yo, Rick Ross came to freaking Meek Mill's 34th birthday, right? And then Meek Mill decided not to let this guy Rick Ross into his freaking section and stuff, right? Which was crazy to me. I didn't realize this though, that this guy Meek Mill and Rick Ross are kind of going through a little beef right now, right? The reason being is because this guy wants to leave Maybach Music. That was a weird static right there. I felt like we could have kept on running. I don't think the static needed to be there, but hey, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you, man. You're picking up your stuff, static guy. You're definitely doing your stuff, man. I just don't think that was the right time to put the static. But I was confused there, and you just filled in the gap. So it's cool. It's whatever, man. We're gonna keep rolling. But yeah, so the guy Meek Mill wants to be out of Maybach Music because the contract that he signed is not the sexiest contract, right? I don't know the details of his contract, but once you're an up and coming rapper, right, or you're a new rapper or anything like that, when you sign to a big record label or just any label in general, right, you usually get fleeced, you usually get smashed with no lube and stuff, right? They usually try to get as much money out of you as possible. That's just how the record labels go, right? Usually give you a lot of money up front and everything right there, and then that money that they're giving you up front is money that you have to pay back. That's not just free money. So you have to sell a certain amount of CDs, all that stuff, and now they have 360 deals, meaning that you have to give a little bit of money from shows and all that. So it's just a whole lot of ways that these freaking record labels are trying to find money, right? And Rick Ross, being that he's the owner of Maybach Music Group, and I think it's signed under Def Jam or something, it's like a whole pyramid. It's like they're all stacked on top of each other and everything, right? Everybody taking money, fleecing the next person down, right? Meek Mill, he got Dream Chasers. I'm pretty sure he's fleecing the guys signed to Dream Chasers and everything. It just keeps going down like that. It's like a freaking like that movie, The Human Centipede, how it was connected by mouth and anus. I don't know if you guys watched that movie, Human Centipede. They were definitely connected by mouth and anus. It was very, very strange. I would, if I had to be anybody in the centipede, I'd definitely be the head, because I wouldn't want to be connected to somebody's ass, right? I wouldn't. The guy in the middle was terrible, because he was connected. Somebody was connected to his ass, and then he was connected to somebody else's ass, and then shit would go through his mouth, out of his ass to her mouth. It was freaking disgusting. Yeah, I digress again, man. I've been digressing a lot, but yeah, man. So just to the mere fact that he did not want this guy to freaking come into the section, right, man? Yeah, he was speaking in code, but then it really came out and it was released that Rick Ross really wasn't allowed in the section, right? To think that this beef is really going on, and to think that Meek Mill thinks that he's gonna get out this contract. You're not getting out the contract, my dude. Like I said, I don't know the details of the contract, but just off the strength that most of the time when these record labels put you on a contract, they are not dropping it. They're not dropping it. You have to fulfill every single last thing, right? This guy, Rick Ross, is a boss, right? Boss. He always comes out, right? Yo, boss. Come on, son. If a guy who says boss, is he gonna let you go? Nah, boss. I'm sorry. I just like the way he says boss. It's freaking boss. Honestly, I want to know what's gonna happen now with MMG, right? Meek Mill, one of their if not the top artist, even though I think Wale is definitely the best artist on MMG. And keep it a stack with you. Don't sleep on my man Wale, son. And it's not because I'm biased off the strength that he's from the DMV and everything. No, it has nothing to do with it at all. He's actually the better rapper. Listen, this guy's a lyricist, right? And I know what you're saying, right? Oh, it's because Wale didn't unfollow you, right? No. It's not because Wale didn't unfollow me. He's just a better rapper. Meek Mill is definitely number 2, right? I'd put him over Rick Ross, right? Well, him and Rick Ross is tied. I'll say that. But Wale is definitely number 1, right? Boss. All right, but that's all the news I got for today, man. If you stayed this long, I appreciate you. I love you, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as with the post notification. That way, you'll always be one of the first people to hear the voice. Same time, leave a like, because I'm so damn insecure in those likes that let me know I'm doing a stand-up job. Same time, you gotta buy the merch. Mofo. Been offering females orgasms because we're so humble. Look in the description box below. And that's all I gotta say. Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos. And I'm out.